大家好，我係適應4年級嘅馬高斯，今次嘅新唱2023我用原創歌出碟。22歲 Happy Birthday， Happy Birthday， Peace。
That was me. By the way, that video got me 314k views. 3 years ago, I went from a gym-obsessed loner who hate photography to a photography nerd who almost quit bodybuilding entirely. This is a long and incredibly awkward story that starts 7 years ago, back in 2019. The origin. 2019, the last day of OCAM. Everyone was busy writing the turtle bags. You know, those papers taped to your back where group members write their real talk or things they want to say to you. While everyone was doing that and taking group photos, 2 girls in my group wanted someone to help them take a photo. I reached out, both hands, ready to help, but they unexpectedly turned around to ask someone else. I stood there feeling invisible. I was furious. I thought to myself, I am definitely going to learn photography and get damn good at it. Then, when they eventually ask me for help, I'm going to reject those 2 fun chants. Idiots. In 2020, I started making videos. I bought an entry-level Canon M50 and a kit lens, but I still hadn't actually learned photography, and I didn't have much motivation. That was until I saw a vlog by a powerhouse YouTuber from my same year. From the moment on, I became obsessed with him. His videos. I mean, hey, I'm not gay. The techniques, color grading, music, and the creator's sense of humor were all outstanding. Every time I saw a notification for his videos, I'd save them to watch later. And then at night, I'd sit with a massive bowl of rice and appreciate them carefully. He is Tsang, the strongest Sigma boy in Hong Kong. I would try to put his transition elements into my own videos, but I could never reach his level. I believed my gear wasn't as strong as his, but I didn't have the money. I just hoped that one day I could be as strong as him. The $50,000 wake-up call. In 2022, I joined a 12-week transformation challenge and won 28,000 Hong Kong dollars.
That one's got to go away. We have Mr. Marco, who didn't see an incredible transformation. He didn't pack on a ton of muscle, didn't shred a lot of body fat because he's already fucking dick skin lean, as you guys can see. You guys have probably seen the amount of posts that he's done just as Mr. Consistent. Okay, he's one of the most consistent motherfuckers I've ever seen when it comes to training and putting in the work, putting in the efforts, and that's what I really care about.
I used $3,500 US to buy a fitness education course in the US, which included a 4-day in-person training camp. Going to America was a childhood dream. To document this potentially once-in-a-lifetime trip, I spent over 20,000 Hong Kong dollars, money I worked hard for teaching fitness classes, to buy 2 lenses and an A7C. The gear almost entirely copied Kyo. I spent nearly 30,000 Hong Kong dollars total on hotels, food, and flights. On the second day after the singing competition shown at the start of this video, I went to America alone for 7 days.
Hi everyone, I'm Marco. I'm a college student in my final year and I study food and nutritional science. I won the 12-week challenge, 5,000 Australian dollars, and then I decided to invest them into this course. This is my dream come true, so I'm more than happy to come here.
The conclusion I got from the American coaches was actually, Marco, you are overcomplicating things too much. I felt indignant at first, but after 3 more coaches said the same thing, I realized they were right. I thought, is it because I'm too focused on one field and have nothing else to distract me that I overthink everything? Since they said that I think too much, I decided to take it literally. I'd try not thinking at all and dive into another hobby, the girl and the 85mm. The second day after returning to Hong Kong, at 4:30 p.m. during golden hours, I took my camera and walked out of the dorm. I saw a girl taking selfies on campus. After hesitating, I decided to walk over and ask if I could photograph her. The moment I asked her to take her mask, I was like that, love at first sight Lego. She was the first person to give me specific, constructive advice on composition and angles. From then on, I worked hard to study photography, color grading, and composition. I practically neglected my studies just to take the best photos, all to let her know how she actually looked through my eyes. A month later, I planned to ask her out for a 3rd date. I had a sudden inspiration. I'd buy a portrait lens to shoot her on Thursday, hoping she could see herself through that glass and see me in a new light. I saw a second-hand but mint condition Sony 85mm f1.8 for 2,000 Hong Kong dollars on Carousel. I bought it that same day. We had our meal, I took the photo photos and I felt I finally captured the vibe I wanted. 3 years later, this is still my most used lens for street portraits. As long as the focus is sharp, it's hard for the photo to be ugly. The Heartbreak. About a month later, I was in the dorm studying for midterms. A brother from the same floor walked in and said, "Marco, something happened. Go check the girl's IG story." It was a Q&A. When asked if she was dating, she replied, 有 穩定交往中. My mind went blank. I stared at the ceiling, looked at my brother, looked at the 4 lenses I had bought, and told him to close the door. I screamed, why? Why? Everything suddenly makes sense. No wonder it had been harder to ask her out since that 3rd date. At the end of that meeting, as I watched her walk into class, she had asked,
"Do you have anything to say to me?"
I said, no. If I had said yes, would things have turned out differently? 世事無如果，別再期盼如果。唉, Manchester, the new chapter. After that, the spark died for a while. I went back to coaching and the camera became just a work tool. But now I've come to Manchester. The weather isn't as hot and there's a higher acceptance for street photography. I've picked up that same 85mm lens, the one I bought specifically to shoot her, and I go out every week to photograph strangers. Fitness is my career. Photography for me is now a bridge. I don't shoot to improve my tech or make money. I shoot to see a stranger's genuine smile. It's a tool to exchange a camera, click for a sincere human connection. I'm grateful I met her. She's the reason I spent those crazy months mastering photography, a skill I still carry today in a new city. I'm grateful I still have the courage to approach strangers, just like I approached her back then. Whether photography becomes a business, I don't know, but keeping a hobby pure and unrelated to money, pure passion, is a beautiful thing in itself. Thanks for watching. If you liked this, remember to like, subscribe or follow, and share it with your photography loving friends. See you next time.